I'll give you a case in point example. A man by the name of Christopher Reeve. You know this man? You've heard his name before? Did he create more impact on this planet before or after his accident? After, right? After. When he had a vertebrae break in his C2, C3 vertebrae, and he couldn't move anything from his neck down. Now imagine how you would feel if you wake up in the hospital and your wife walks in. Your wife's name is Dana, right? She walks in and she says, "Hey Chris, you're in Virginia Medical Center. You've been here for 3 days. You were in a horse race. You remember that, right? Well, midway in the race, the horse saw something, it reacted to something, it saw a shadow or an animal or whatever it was, and it jumped up. But because you're the good rider that you are, you grabbed onto the reins and you held on so tightly, but it flipped you over its head. And so your hands got tangled in the reins, and because your hands were there, you couldn't break your fall, so you broke your neck. And you stopped breathing for 3.5 minutes. And at 4 minutes, you go brain dead. But paramedics were able to bring you back to life in 3.5 minutes, and you've been in the hospital ever since. You'll never walk again. You can't use your arms. You can't use your legs. You can't go to the bathroom on your own. You can't get dressed in the morning. You can't take care of yourself. In fact, you have a tube in your throat. You can't even breathe on your own. And his first thought was, let me die. Let me go. I don't want to put you through this. And his wife said, but Chris, you're still you. And I love you. And from that moment, he made a decision. He made a decision to walk again just because he wanted to. He knew the formula, not who, what, where, when, why, how. He knew what comes first. What? I will walk again. And he knew why. He didn't know how he was going to do any of this. Because every medical professional, every scientist, every doctor, everyone said, it'll never happen. It's impossible. He wrote a book called Nothing is Impossible. Except I just learned the other day from my iPhone, one of those cool facts, the only thing that's impossible is slamming a revolving door. But he said nothing is impossible. Now you got it. Yeah, it takes a second to kick in. But he said nothing is impossible. I will walk again. When everyone on the planet said it was impossible, guess what? Live 2020 Barbara Walters special. He moved his finger when everyone on the world said it was impossible. Underwater, he was able to sway his legs on command. And if he was still alive today, I'll bet you he'd be doing more. He was able to do all of that because he knew what he wanted and why he wanted it. He was clear, he was specific, he was assertive. And some of you are wondering why you can't do the things you can do. And you can move your arms, your legs, you can breathe, you can eat, you can get dressed, you can go to the bathroom. In an interview with him, Barbara Walters said, how do you do what you do? I mean, what makes you so different? And he said, well, I just get up, I take it day by day. And one of his greatest frustrations is the fact that able-bodied people are paralyzing themselves in some other way. Stop doing that to yourself. You're either being too passive or too aggressive. It's time to step up. The secret formula for being assertive is, number one, know what you want. Then know why you want it. When you have a big enough why, you'll do anything, won't you? You'll be able to do anything. You think of Martin Luther King Jr., Mother Teresa, Christopher Reeve, JFK, Rosa Parks. When you have a reason, you can accomplish anything. Know what and why. Then when and where, those little details. Then how. And part of the how is who's going to help you. But that's a secret little formula. Most people get all the stuff backwards. And now, if you're calling somebody on the phone, you call their numbers backwards. Do you get them? No, you got to have it in the right order. Know what you want and why you want it.